All right, we live, man. What's up, everybody? Welcome
What's
back.
good with you?
We are back with another episode of Make Adjustments, Not Excuses. All right, it's me and Stack City today. We the dynamic duo.
Yeah. So, so,
Dynamic
so is
duo.
that the official name now? Because I know we had Sticks and Stones, and I don't know if there was something previous to that, but we going with that.
Yeah. I like that one, man. I like that one. Went through like three.
Yeah,
Went through like 3 days, man. But yeah,
it's early. It's early though, so we're allowed those. We're allowed that grace in making those name changes. That amount of name changes in the first few weeks. It's early.
yes, sir. Gotta keep going with something until it sticks.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a decent name for it. So Uh, well, man, yeah, let's get into it, man. Our
Yeah.
first.
It looks like if we get into any debates, it looks like you're the victim today.
Oh boy, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Still undefeated.
Here we go. Here we go.
Don't plan on that changing.
Nah, it's one v one today, mano a mano. Let's do it.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm ready. What's the first topic? Let's get
All right.
into it.
First topic. First topic. We got outside of Victor Wembanyama, who will make the most All Star appearances within the incoming NBA rookie class.
I feel like this is an easy answer, but I'm gonna give it anyway because I have my reasons. I can back it up. I like Scoot Henderson.
Scoot
I hope Charlotte. We're in NC. We're located in North Carolina. Charlotte isn't necessarily my team, but I don't root against them either since they're the home state team. So I hope they draft Scoot to go along with Melo in the backcourt. I know Brandon Ingram might be an easier fit, a more logical fit because he's a small forward. But I feel like you can get a Brandon Miller type somewhere else down the line more so than you can a Scoot Henderson type. Like beyond Victor, I'm gonna say Wimby because I can't. How you pronounce it again? Say it one more time for me.
Wembanyama. Yeah.
Wembanyama. There we go. I feel like if Victor Wembanyama wasn't like the next coming of LeBron James, the greatest generation talent we've seen, like Scoot could be number one. He could be number one. I like him that much. Reason being is I really only think he lacks one thing as a point guard / combo guard, a scoring point guard, a playmaking point guard. That's kind of why I call him a combo guard. He can play make, he can score, he can do both. Only thing he really lacks is height.
Yeah.
He's only 6'2", 195. So he's not the tallest guard in the world, but he has a 6'9" wingspan, which is crazy. That's like elite.
Yeah.
You know what I
great
mean?
for defense.
Yeah, like 6'9", and I can relate to that somewhat. Like you can only see me from the shoulders up, but I'm 6'2", 195 also with a 6'7" wingspan. And I know as a 6'7" with a 6'7" wingspan as a 6'2" guard, I got a lot of tip balls and rebounds against guards my size, a lot of block shots against guards my size, my hands in the passing lane playing defense. So to add 2 more inches to that, that's elite. Like that's like Donovan Mitchell in Rondo territory as far as the wingspan. And he has elite athleticism. He has high basketball IQ. He can score. He can defend. He can play make. What I like about him when I watch him play, one of my favorite things about him is he processes things so quickly in the moment, like his reaction time and processing ability in the moment, and still make the decision, the right play, the right pass, the right counter move, the right, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation calls for. Like he usually makes the right play. Despite the fact that he's still so young and still has so much room to grow. You can see how much room he has in his game to grow, but yet he's still like so advanced at the same time. So like I said, the only thing he really lacks is he's only 6'2", but at the same time, athleticism, frame. He has a frame where he can put on about 10, 15 more pounds, 20 more pounds, and not lose any athleticism, not lose any of his burst, his speed, his quickness, his bounce. Like he has all of that.
Yeah.
So you put that together with how quickly he processes things, his basketball IQ, his room to grow. Like he's a good mid-range shooter, but he's not the greatest. He's not the greatest 3-point shooter. So he can grow in that area, but his form looks good. It's fluid. He's a solid free throw shooter, if I'm not mistaken. He's a good mid-range shooter. So I think it'll translate, like it'll translate to him eventually becoming a good 3-point shooter. He went straight from the high school line to the NBA line because he went from high school to the G League. I think he played 2 years in the G League. So that's a big adjustment for a young kid. But he has so much room to grow, though. But at the same time, he's so advanced at where he's at. So I think like he's a candidate for in 3, 4, 5 years potentially being the best guard in the league. You know,
Ooh, that's a big statement.
yeah, it's a
That's
big
a big
statement,
statement.
but I really like Scoot. I like him a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, he's a
But
good talent, man. It's been questioned about like the fit with him and LaMelo because they both play point guard, but so does Terry Rozier. You know what I'm saying? So I think
get rid of Terry.
yeah.
Yeah, get rid of Terry and go
Yeah.
Scoot. Ceiling way higher, in my opinion. Who's your pick though?
Man, I was debating Scoot. I really like Scoot too. You know, he's a great player. You know, like you said, there's been like debated whether or not he could go number one, sans Victor Wembanyama. But you know, Wemby's in this class, and you know, so is Scoot. So it is what it is. But with my choice, I think I'm going to go with a dark horse here, man, and it is Amen Thompson.
Okay.
Yeah, and he, you know, played with Overtime Elite last year.
Mm-hmm.
And my man, in the NBA, like athleticism sells, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to see the big time dunks and the athletic plays and all that. And he probably has the most athleticism in this entire draft. You know, he's probably the most athletic player in the entire draft. He's going to be a menace on defense. Last year, I think he averaged 16 points. Yeah, 16 points, 6 boards. And that's going to translate very well in the NBA. The only thing that he needs to work on is his scoring. I mean, not his scoring, his shooting. Because he shot like 20% from 3-point range. And my man shoot like Shaq from the free throw line. You know, he's like a 50% shooter from the free throw line. So he works on those things, and you know he stays consistent with you know those highlight plays, and he's going to be a perennial all-star, man.
I
So
like that
yeah,
pick. It's a good pick. Can I slide in one really dark horse?
yeah, go for it.
And I might get fried for this pick, like if this episode were to ever blow up.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna say it anyway. You know, I'm gonna stand on my ground whether he succeeds or fails. This guy might not even get drafted, right? But I think if he can get in and stick, I think he has a high ceiling. I really do. I think he become an all-star. Like, so to be a guy right now who might not even get drafted to becoming a perennial all-star potentially,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go with Amani Bates.
Ooh.
Amani Bates.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago, this guy was a generational talent and going to be the number one pick out of this class. Like he was high up there on the draft board, number one consensus 2 years ago, coming up in this draft right here. Then he went to Memphis, didn't do so hot, didn't do great at all. Then he went to transfer to Eastern Michigan and got in trouble with the law a little bit.
Mhm.
And became a high volume scorer with not great shooting percentages when he got there. He has a negative wingspan. He's 6'8" or 6'9" with a 6'7" wingspan. Doesn't have elite athleticism, but I just still believe in the talent that's there, the ceiling, the potential that's there. The highest I could find him on draft boards was like in the high 50s as far as getting drafted,
Mhm.
or the best results as far as the mock drafts was like the high 50s, 56, 57, along that range, and a lot didn't even have him getting drafted. And just 2 years ago, he was a consistent number one pick. So that's my really dark horse, Amani Bates. I think if he can get in, I still believe in him, man. I still got a little bit of hope for him.
It remains to be seen, man. That's one player that I'm gonna add to my list during fantasy basketball season.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next topic. Moving right along. Right now we've got the AFC West predictions and hot takes. I guess I'll go ahead and start.
Okay, cool.
But as you know, you know, the AFC West has Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. You know, they also have an up and coming Chargers team. Denver is blah, and Vegas, they're blah. I'm going to say this is the year that the Chargers, with their new offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this is the year that they win the AFC West and they make a deep run in the playoffs. Uh, Denver, they're going to struggle this year. Uh, I don't think a coach makes a difference. You know, with Sean Payton, even though he's apparently one of the best coaches ever. I mean, they traded a first round pick for him. I don't think he's going to make that much of a difference. Vegas is Vegas. You know, they have Josh McDaniel steering that ship. They haven't really made any huge outside of the quarterback change. They really haven't made any huge difference making pickups. So
Garoppolo.
yeah, Garoppolo, he's not really a difference maker. He provides a little more stability, but he's not really a difference maker. Like he's not gonna actually, now I'm thinking about it, he's a winner, but I don't think he can win with that team as currently constructed. He needs a great defense. And that's something they don't have. They have good running back, great receivers, but they don't have a good defense. So my pick from the AFC West is the Chiefs.
That's your hot take? And your pick? Is that a hot take for you?
That's my hot take.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with my hot take ain't gonna come with who I think is gonna win the division. I'm gonna go with the Chiefs. They still got Patrick Mahomes. They still got Kelsey. The backfield is a little bit of a question mark. Receiving corps. We'll see how that shakes out. But they still have Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna go with them. There's not a lot of explanation needed with them. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs winning it all. My hot take comes with number 2. I'm gonna have Denver coming in second. Yeah, the coach does make a difference. I think a coach does make a difference. I think Russell Wilson has a rebound year. I think the receiving corps is strong enough to where they can get it done with Russell Wilson once he rebounds. Backfield solid enough to get the job done. Maybe it's as much as I think Denver is going to be second, as much as an indictment as how I don't believe that much in the Chargers. So I got Chargers coming in third. With Vegas trailing the other 3.
In fourth. So
in fourth.
If coaches, Bill Belichick is considered one of the greatest coaches in NFL history, right?
Yeah.
And look what he's been doing the last couple of years since he lost his quarterback.
Okay.
He's been mired in mediocrity.
Yeah, but sometimes being the greatest coach in NFL or being a great coach is has been proven is because you're connected to a great talent. Okay. And I think the combo of him and Brady is what made him a great coach, because he did nothing to speak of before Brady and has done nothing to speak of after Brady. So it was the combination of him and Brady. Is he really that great of a coach, or was it the two?
Brady.
Yeah, the two combined.
Just some of his, I know this is all like totally off topic from AFC West, but just some of his decisions, like post Brady, like he hired like Matt Patricia to run his offense,
right.
That was, that was like not smart, man, not smart. Yeah. And you see what happened, Matt Jones took a step back. The offense in general was bad. So the defense was still solid, but the offense in general was bad. So I do think maybe with time, like the Broncos will develop into a good team next year. I'm thinking, once Peyton has all his guys in place to run his scheme,
yeah,
they'll be decent. But I don't think he's going to make like a huge difference. They lost their defensive coordinator, Evero, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But I think they still have enough on offense, to be solid with Sean Payton, with his injection of inspiration, of the way he just, I think he's a leader of men. I think he's the type of guy who can come in and make a difference as a coach, like from day one, as far as just making the culture a winning culture, making the culture what he wants it to be.
And that's a bounty culture.
well, yeah, I'm not. That's why I said a winning culture. I didn't say a choir boy culture. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
different strokes for different folks. You might not agree with how he goes about it, but you could probably say that about a lot of things with a lot of coaches if you actually knew what went on behind closed doors. You know, and that's in any sport. But you know, we just know what happened in that situation in New Orleans. But at the same time, like I think there's enough pieces there, especially on offense. Javonte Williams gets back healthy. The
that's a
receiving
big
core,
if.
Jerry Judy, Cortland Sutton, those guys, with Russell Wilson. Um, I got them second, bro. I got them second.
That's definitely a hot take. I don't see it happening second, maybe second from the bottom.
If I get it wrong, hey, it's on tape. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
call
yeah,
me out on it,
yeah.
and
We have to revisit
I
it.
can't walk it back now. I said it. It came out. It
Oh,
is what it is. I'm gonna stand on it.
and you're gonna stay beside it.
We'll see. Time will tell.
I had to address this. He says Chargers second, Denver third. Russ is above average QB. Bro, he had a great defense last year. He had a great defense last year, and a good running back. So he just plain stunk it up. He just
I
plain
don't.
stunk
But
it
do you think that's more along the lines of who he is now? What he did last year?
up. He, I
From
think
from here
that's,
on out?
I think that's who he's going to be. I mean, because he's never been like a great thrower of the ball. He's never been like a
He's never
person
been a
that.
great thrower of the ball.
No, no, not. He's not. That's why there was a thing like the last few years. Let Russ cook, and Pete, the coach Pete Carroll, he never let him cook. I think for that reason, you see what happened in Denver. They let him cook, and he
I
blew
gotta disagree with you.
it.
I think he was a good thrower of the ball. Just arm strength, accuracy, timing. Maybe that didn't show itself to be true last year, but I think Russ was a pretty good thrower of the ball. His arm talent was pretty like his arm talent was what got him where it got him in his career. As far as just being able to be an overall quarterback, he's not the running threat that he used to be.
Mhm.
But going back to NC State and going back to his college days, I think he was always a pretty decent thrower of the ball.
Well, I think
Agree
he
to
had his.
disagree. We can agree to disagree.
Yeah, he definitely had his moments. I had Russ in fantasy the last couple years, and
Yeah.
he's let me down. So I've been keeping with their eye on that.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'd definitely take Alex Smith over us too, man.
What Alex Smith we talking about?
Alex, the quarterback for the Chiefs, and then the 49ers, and then Chiefs, and then he played for the Redskins.
Alex Smith that broke his leg?
Yeah.
You would have took Alex. We talking about both of them when both of them were in their prime.
Yeah. Alex Smith was the man, yo.
No
Alex
way
Smith
we're
was the
talking about the
man.
same. Not in their prime. I'm
Alex
not
Smith.
taking. I'm prime. I'm not taking prime Alex Smith over prime Russell Wilson. No way.
I have to,
No
in
way.
case
No way.
we
But
gonna have,
hey, agree to disagree.
yeah, we gotta, that's something we can revisit for sure. All right, Lakers lost again. Was it last night they played
Yeah.
and they went down?
Yeah.
They couldn't stop Jamal Murray.
Mm.
And they
At least
are,
not in the first half.
at least not in the first half. My man was cooking. Is it time to bring the brooms out in LA tomorrow?
My turn to go first this
Yes,
time.
sir. Mhm.
It wouldn't surprise me, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was broom time. But like I've talked on this show in previous episodes about how essentially, I'm a Curry guy and not really a Bron guy, but I'm not a Bron hater either. And I just don't believe the King will get swept. I don't believe it. Like as much as I went back and forth with Bob about Curry, his legacy over LeBron and all that other stuff, like I still respect the greatness of Bron.
Mhm.
And I just don't believe the King gonna get swept. I don't believe it. So is it time to break the brooms out? It wouldn't surprise me, but if I was a betting man, I'd take the Lakers in game 4. and then Denver closing it out in Game 5.
I really like. I want to believe in the Lakers, but I don't know what kind of adjustments they can make outside of like making every shot that's gonna get them a chance to win this game. Because man, it's been not been good for them. LeBron hasn't been as bad as people have been saying. He still shot a respectable percentage. I think what it is, people are just used to him taking over,
Yeah,
and he can't do that anymore. You
that's why
know?
he's been bad.
Yes, yeah, I agree.
No. I'm saying he's been bad as people have been saying he's bad.
Do you think so?
Because people are comparing him to health.
True.
And I think you can only when you're dealing with somebody that great, like you don't really compare them to other people. You compare them against equal greatness, and there's nobody in the league that can match his greatness. Like you got to go to the Michael Jordans and Kareem Abdul-Jabbars of the world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So since he's got nobody that can match his legacy, you have to compare him to self, in my opinion. And because of that, he's been as bad as people have been saying he is. Because in my opinion, people are comparing him to himself.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
The prime version of himself.
Yeah, prom LeBron. They're comparing this LeBron with prom LeBron, and it's 110% not the same. We'll never get prom LeBron again. We might get it in spurts, but it's not going to be like giving you 20 points every quarter type taking over the game.
Which is crazy because I had this conversation. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
I had a conversation with a friend of mine about this the other day. Like it's crazy. The generation there's already a generation out now. Like Bron has been out. Like we've pretty much grown up with Bron.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we were in high school the same time Bron was, and like we've seen him ascend to where he is now. So he's like that dude for our generation, right? And he's been in the league for 20 years. Like he's raised the whole generation. Like if you're 20, like Bron has been around your whole life. Like you don't know basketball without Bron, right? But the next generation is already here. They're little, they're babies, and they're infants, and they're kids up to age 5, 6, 7. You know what I mean? Like the next generation is already here. They'll never get to see Bron to where they remember him. That won't be their guy for their generation. Who their guy for the generation will be, whether it be Wemby or somebody else, remains to be seen. But it's crazy to think that we've known Bron for 20 plus years, for 20 plus because we knew him in high school when they were airing his games on ESPN.
Exactly.
We've known him for 20 plus years, and yet here we are. The next generation is already here. That they'll never know Bron like in his prime, and that's just crazy to think about, bro.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal, man. It's pretty surreal. Excuse me. I guess this next generation, they got Jason Tatum and Giannis, and maybe Scoot Henderson and Wembanyama to look forward to.
but who's there, and maybe this of course this remains to be seen. Who's their generational guy? Like who's their generational talent? Who's the generation before us? They grew up with MJ.
Yeah.
We grew up with Bron. Before MJ, it was one of like Magic or Bird or Kareem or somebody like that. And before that, it was like Wilt and Russell, but who is their, not just their all-star, but who is their generational talent, like GOAT? Like, this is my guy that I can put in the argument for greatest of all time.
It was supposed to be Zion, but my man can't.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah. Look at that.
Zion is healthy.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, you got Giannis. Wembanyama might be that guy if he stay healthy. I don't know. He's already got that little band over his knee. It's kind of make me a little worried about him.
But can it be Giannis though? Giannis 28 going on 29. Like is he too close to Bron and them to raise the next generation?
He can be like that steadying force. I think. Can
he be the bridge?
He can be the bridge.
Somebody new.
The bridge, yeah.
Okay.
He can definitely be the bridge.
He can be the. You might not agree with this because you're a Kobe Bryant, but he can be the Kobe Bryant to MJ from MJ to Bron. That Kobe.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
I can get with that. I can get with that.
Cool.
All right. Moving right along to our final topic. All right, we are back to football. And which, now that the dust is settled and the rookies are where they're going to be for the next couple years, which rookie QB will have the best career?
It's on you.
And perfect. All right, I want to say I like all of them. They all bring something different to the table. Richardson is a dual threat. He works on this pass and he could, potentially be a Hall of Famer. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud, Will Levis, all those guys, those are the top ones from this class, as you know. I think, and I have a feeling that Bryce Young is going to be, he's going to have the best career. And I'll tell you why.
Despite him being 5'6" and 95 pounds, everybody make him out to be.
Yeah, despite all that, he's got it, man. He's got it. He's had the best college career out of everybody. He played tougher competition than everybody, so he's battle tested. He's in a good system right now. I don't know if Frank's going to be his coach in most of his career. Maybe the first 4 or 5 years if they're a winning team. Longer if they continue to win. But he's in a good situation with coaching, and he's got the tools around him to succeed. Charlotte, he's in the right city. Charlotte isn't a place where he's going to go out and party all the time, And I feel like he might be the smallest, but I feel like he's got the most complete package out of everybody. And, he does more than one thing great. Like all you hear about Anthony Richardson is his physical abilities, and that doesn't necessarily always translate.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see with him. Will Levis, you hear about his attitude and his accuracy, and, he's got the size, but he's missing those things. Stroud, I think, is a strong contender. He played against top-notch competition year in and year out. He has delivered, on the biggest stages. Even his team may not have won, but he delivered, strong performances. But I got to go with Bryce, man. Got to go with Bryce.
Now, let me ask you this. When you say, the question is, which rookie QB will have the best career? How good of a career do you think Bryce will have?
I feel like he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Woo!
Hall of Famer. And that's.
Did you say that earlier?
I don't think I mentioned that earlier.
Okay. A Hall of Famer. That's big stuff. That's a great career.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna. Hopefully, he gets us one Super Bowl, but I don't know if he anything past that.
That's a hot take right there, especially with the answer that I'm about to give.
Let's hear it.
All right, so you know how like you're filling out paperwork, and whatever the paperwork may be, and you might come to a part or an area or a section where it doesn't apply, and you write N/A, not applicable.
Yeah.
Hope I said that right. But N/A on this question, because I don't believe in any of them like that. I don't believe in none of them like that, to be honest with you. Like I had a hard time when trying to gauge or trying to think about how I was going to answer this question. First, I tried to figure out which quarterback did I think between the four, that's actually the question, which one is going to have the best career. But then that's why I asked you the question that I asked you at the end, like how good of a career do you think Bryce is going to have, since that was your answer.
Okay.
because I knew my answer was going to be like, I don't think none of them is going to have a good career. Yeah, I think they'll have, a few of them will have some moments. I don't see a Hall of Famer out the group. I don't see a top 5 like year in and year out QB.
Do you think any of them will win the Super Bowl?
You got game managers and guys who won Super Bowls in spite of. I think if one wins a Super Bowl, it'll be something like that. Like, we won one in spite of our QB. We won one. I don't see a guy here at this group that's going to lead a team to a Super Bowl, and if he does, it's not going to be something that the talent is not going to sustain him year in and year out. So where you feel like, like this guy can lead us to a Super Bowl. You feel strongly about that. I mean, at one point, if I'm mistaken, this quarterback class was considered a somewhat strong quarterback class, or is that next year?
Yeah, this year, definitely. Yeah, this year. I think I've only heard of 2 quarterbacks next year.
I don't feel like I personally don't believe in none of them like that. And I had a hard time figuring out which one I was going to choose as the best. Gun to the head, I go with CJ Stroud, but I don't really believe in any of them like that, bro. To be honest with you, NA not applicable. I don't think none of them are going to have a great career. Solid career, maybe. Good career depends on how you define good.
Yeah, I feel like a good NFL career, like what Derek Carr has been so far. He hasn't necessarily like won a Super Bowl, but he's provided stability for a team at the quarterback position. He hasn't taken them to the next level, but he also hasn't like doomed them. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
So I'm go as far as the best career. If I had to pick the best career, I go with CJ Stroud, just because I think he has the best combination of everything you need to be a good quarterback. Out of the 4 that you highlighted, being the standouts QBs in this class, the best combination of things. Yeah, I'll go Stroud if I had to pick, gun to the head. But I'm not a big believer in any of them like that to have a great NFL career.
That's fair. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to discuss?
Well, we do. Is the game started? The game probably already started. I don't know.
Yes. Probably
what's the score? Do you know?
Quarter. I don't. I haven't been keeping up with it.
Let me check out that score real quick. And this is real time, so anything we could say based on this game could be completely different by the end of the game.
Yeah.
And by the time most people see this. But right now the Heat are up 20-30. If the Heat win this game, it's a wrap. I'm more convinced the Heat will sweep Boston if they win tonight than I am Denver sweeping LA.
Yeah, they're at what? The Heat are at what? 2-1 right now?
No, they're at 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah, it's 2-0. That's why I said sweep. They won their 2 games in Boston. Tonight's game 3. So that's why I say if the Heat win tonight, 3 in Miami. Oh, we breaking out brooms.
Ooh, man.
We breaking out brooms, buddy. Because game 4, it's a party in Miami after that one. They in the finals. They in the finals. There's no way they're not winning that 4th game. Mentally, Boston is not going to be able to get over that hurdle of being down 3-0 and winning on the road in Miami. I know Boston is a tough team. As far as being on the road, they've put out some tough games in the playoffs on the road. But it's a wrap. It's a wrap. If they lose tonight, it's a wrap. Boston better win tonight. If they don't, it's Broom City. Stack City saying it's Broom City.
Yeah, they're gonna have to do something.
So if they go up tonight, 3-0, Miami, if they do, which are you convinced is going to has a better chance of being a sweep? This series or the West Coast series, the Western Finals, Western Conference Finals?
Definitely the West Finals, because I think Boston still has a shot. They got young players. Their best players are young, and they can take over the game. Like Tatum had 50 in the closeout game against Philly, so I'm not too worried about Boston. I think they're still going to come back and win that series. And with Miami, like they got one of the top defenses. They got playoff Jimmy, who's like literally probably the best player in the playoffs. Um, and they got all those other guys. They still missing Hero. I don't know if he comes back that he's gonna make them better because they've been like kicking butt without him. So it's gonna be interesting to see, man. He should be coming back here pretty soon. I know the original timetable was like 4 to 6 weeks. So, but yeah, I believe Denver's got that series in the bag.
So let me ask you this: if Denver sweeps LA, is this a knock at all against LeBron's legacy in terms of the GOAT argument?
It doesn't.
Okay.
It doesn't. Just because of what he's done already, what he's accomplished already, and I feel like it's not going to affect his legacy. It would have been nice to add to it. He's already got what, 4 titles.
Yeah.
It definitely been nice to add to it. I definitely wanted him to get at least one more than Draymond and Curry and those guys. But yeah, it is what it is, man. You're going up a super team. What can you do, man? What can you do?
Where does he fall personally on your all-time greatest of all time list? For me, he's number 2 personally. MJ's number 1. Mm-hmm. LeBron's number 2.
Greatest of all time list. I have to
think about that. Come back to it.
Yeah, we have to come back to that one because
I just don't want to publicly say what it is.
No, because I've never really like put like a lot of thought into it. Okay. And I don't want to I want to be sure. Like I don't want to just say, oh, hey man, like LeBron's like number 4.
Yeah. No. This is something that I think about all the time. What I mean? Not like all the time. Of course, I got other stuff in my life to do.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, but I'm a basketball first guy. So like I'm always watching, thinking, from whether it's the NBA, whether it's college, whether it's high school, like I'm always thinking about basketball. So I find myself in basketball debates often and listening to both sides of debates. Mm-hmm. So it's something I've thought about often. And maybe one day, like when all of us are back on, not just the two of us, we can have that argument, the GOAT debate. But I know it's been done a million times, but it's one of them debates that can't be overdone. Like it's always going to be a debate. But so I've thought about this often. I'll give my reasons, like specific reasons, at another time. But I got MJ number 1, LeBron number 2. I can talk about the rest of my list at a different date.
Yeah, we can definitely add that as a topic for next week. I think is next week. That's Memorial Weekend, right?
Yeah.
And if people are in town, then we can.
Yeah, people are in town. I'm available. Unless something comes up or unless something is on the calendar that I'm forgetting about right now, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, smooth. Well, we can definitely add that as a topic then. If you don't have anything else, man, we can.
Anything else for you on your side?
I feel like I got it all off my chest today. Gotcha. Yeah, I really wanted to discuss that the NBA one, the incoming rookies.
Yeah, I like Amen Thompson, bro. Like that's a good pick. He's in most mock drafts he's top 5, but like to pick him over, it's a bit of a hot take because to pick him over Scoot Henderson and Brandon Miller, who most people that's their consensus 2 and 3, regardless of which order. I can rock with it.
Yeah, I like those guys. I just feel like people want to see like dunks and all that stuff, man. I know I personally I do. I like good basketball, but I also like to see people get banged on too. So.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be a fun player to watch, man. I think I think this is a relatively strong draft, in my opinion. I think it's a pretty strong draft. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I think it's a pretty strong draft.
It is top to bottom. That's probably one of the stronger classes.
The ones we've had in a while.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
think you can find talent all the way up until the end of the first round and in the second round. Yeah. So we'll see how it pans out and who picks who. But I'm very intrigued.
Yeah, same, man. Same. All right. Well, I guess that's it for today, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. And I want to say the Lakers in 7, but they done, man. They
The
got
Lakers in 7. I saw that too, man. There's no way anybody can still believe that.
Even the hardest of Laker fans, man. Like
Lakers in
it's over.
7. He had to be trolling with that one.
Yeah, definitely. Like we got Mobama coming back. I don't know if that makes a huge difference or not.
So he is coming back next game?
He's coming back next game. Yeah.
Okay.
He's coming back next game. So
he's been down. Yeah. I don't know if it moves the needle.
Nah, he's a good player. I like Bama, man.
Yeah, but him coming back, like as far as the remainder of this series, however long it lasts, I don't know how much it moves the needle. Like because he's been out for a minute now.
Too little, too late. Too little,
too late.
Unless Denver suffer a catastrophic injury, like that series is a wrap, man.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. Case closed. It's done. It's a wrap. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well.
All right, sir.
Okay,
I think that's about it, man.
Yeah.
I will call this one. We didn't even really debate like that, so I hate to say I was victorious when we didn't really debate, but I was.
Ah, there you go.
I was victorious. I was victorious.
There it goes. Yeah. Well, like I said, we gotta structure it so it can be more of a debate format. So that's something we'll work on. So
yeah. Cool.
Well, man, if you want to stick around, I gotta do this little duck race for some of my kids at school. I do giveaways all the time with them, and
you said a duck race?
Yeah, it's like this little,
like at the fair, like when you shoot like the water gun and inside the duck and they race like a literal duck race.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. It's this. I don't know if you can. Let me see.
I'm here for it.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I'm here for it. Let's go. Let's race the ducks, man.
I bet. Let me add these names. I've been trying to write them down as people popped in. All right. So
each one of these people will have a duck?
Yeah, each one will have a duck, and it'll be.
Can I pick which person I want to roll with?
Oh yeah, you can definitely definitely choose one. So what'll happen is like once I start it, it'll be they'll like race and try to be the first person or first duck to cross the finish line. So it's pretty cool to see, man. It's pretty cool to see.
So those are those our competitors right there?
Yeah.
I know nothing about these. Are your students?
Yeah, some of them are students. Yeah.
Okay, I know nothing about this game that we're about to play or these students that you've listed. But can I go ahead and choose my who I'm rolling with?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going with JoJo Liz.
JoJo Liz, okay.
Yeah, I know nothing about JoJo Liz or what's about to happen. But JoJo Liz, if you're listening, Stack City rolling with JoJo Liz on this one.
All right, we set.
Yeah, right, number 3.
Anybody else?
Number 3, bro.
Oh, that's lit. Oh, yo, that's lit. Oh, dude, that's so cool. Okay. This is my first time using this too, by the way.
Okay.
All right. Anybody still in the room? Logan.
No. So how do they make them, like, what makes it go? Like, what's the break down the game for me?
Okay, so here's what happens. Like I hit start and it's kind of automated. They'll start moving, right? And I don't know exactly. It's a computer game, so
it's just random. Or are they playing the game?
It's random.
Okay.
Yeah, super random. So the
So
timer.
we have no control. They have no control over who wins.
No control. Okay. No control. It's super random.
Okay, I'm going with JoJo Liz then.
Here you go, JoJo Liz. I'm gonna put my money on on the oddball. I'm gonna go with Dyla, number 2.
Okay, cool.
All right. Anybody Anybody else in the room? I see there's a couple people in here. 3 people. Anybody else want to jump in? Just leave a comment. Anybody else? Because we're about to start this thing in about 15 seconds. 14, 13, 12, 11. Speak now, forever hold your peace. 3, 2, 1. All right. Well, all right, here we go. Start. Oh, great. I can't hit start there. I got to hit it here. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, and Olivia pulls away.
Let's go, JoJo. Come on, JoJo. Who's this, Olivia?
JoJo
Come on,
Liz
Joe.
Number 3. Dyla's hanging out in the back. Oh boy.
How long is this race? How long?
Boy. 40 seconds.
Goes the whole minute?
Yeah, 40 seconds.
Okay, we got time. We got plenty of time.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Come
my
on,
goodness.
JoJo. Come on, JoJo.
Dyla's pulling back up in the front.
Come on, JoJo.
There she goes. There she goes.
I think you're controlling it on your end. I think you're controlling it. You got it set already. It's automated.
20 seconds.
You got yours automated to win. This ain't fair, man.
Olivia's went from first to fourth.
You got it set for yours to win.
No, come on,
Let's
Dyla.
go, JoJo.
Come on.
Let's go, JoJo. Come on,
okay.
JoJo.
I think it's gonna come with Queen JoJo, Liz, and Logan.
Come on, JoJo.
Who's it gonna be?
JoJo.
Oh, come on. We got 5.
Come on,
4,
JoJo.
3, 2, 1. I did it.
When that comeback, your hands were not. I couldn't see your hands on that comeback. I couldn't see them.
Goodness, yo.
I think you did something.
Yo, that was legit. Wow.
Hey, listen, bro.
That was fun to watch, yo. That was
yeah, it was fun. That's the only way you're gonna beat me on something random like this.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But congrats, though.
Yeah, congrats, Dyla. You won a binder full of Pokemon cards. Wow, that's awesome. Whew, man, that had me sweating, man. I was like, hold on.
That was intense.
I'm gonna get yelled at in a little bit. My wife, she's like, "You waking up the kid, man. Come on." Oh shoot, that was awesome. All right, so Dyla, if you're still here, congrats. You won. And appreciate everybody for jumping in. Thank you.
Hey, good run, JoJo.
Yeah, that was.
Come on next time, and I'll roll with you again. We'll get them next time.
Yeah. Oh, we should probably do a giveaway like every Sunday, man. I got like a ton of stuff to give away.
Yeah. Cool.
Rob some people to join. Yeah. But okay, yeah, I don't have anything else, man. So
that's it, man. I'm straight too, man. We can close on that note.
Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna hit you up about the workouts and stuff too, man. See what y'all kind of stuff y'all be doing.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay.
Are we still live? Man. Yeah, we still live.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead and end it. Yeah, and then we can. Okay. All right. Appreciate you guys joining.
Peace.
Catch you on the next one.